Okay, we had done the layers of the abdominal wall. Yes? Can any one of you stand up and tell me the layers of the abdominal wall? And we are talking of anterior abdominal wall. Okay, we are anterior and the posterior abdominal wall. Posterior side पे भी wall है, लेकिन अभी हम सिर्फ anterior abdominal wall की बात करेंगे. Okay, yes, stand up. Yes.
Superficial fascia has been here.
Yes.
Outer capillary known as capillary fascia, and inner capillary known as cartilage fascia.
Yes.
And then we have layer of muscles. And then fat.
Layers of muscles के बाद we have the connective tissue. Okay, extra peritoneal connective tissue and then the peritoneum. Okay, so everyone of you know about these couplings? You'll be able to enumerate. Okay, before I proceed with this, I would just want to show you this pelvic cavity. Okay, you can just Okay, I just want to show you this pelvic cavity. This is the pelvic cavity, and we have talked that day about the pelvic inlet. This is the pelvic inlet. Beneath this pelvic inlet will be the pelvic organ line, and this inlet will be separating the pelvic cavity from the abdominal cavity. Yes, you know, starting from the pubic symphysis, pubic crest, pubic tubercle, pectineal line, and then the arcuate eminence and the area of the sacrum. Behind is the body of the sacral vertebra. This on one side and same on the other side. This is going to complete this pelvic inlet. Yes? Okay. Beneath this are these pelvic organs, and now this part. This is the pubic symphysis. This is the body of pubic symphysis. This part, like this, there is one membrane line, and that is called as the perineal membrane. So any structure which has to come out through the perineal cavity, perineal will be discussed with you. What I require, I am explaining only that part to you. Okay, so this part again has to be covered. So this part is covered by one membrane that is called as the perineal membrane. This perineal membrane is attached where it is attached on the pubic arch on both the sides. Yes, on the pubic arch on the both the sides, and posterior border. Posterior border of this arch is free. Cavity is like this. Okay, and the posterior border of this membrane is free. In the center, yes you can. In the center there is one body that is called as perineal body. Rest of this area will be taken care. ये भी पूरा open है. Yes, लेकिन कोई भी चीज open तो नहीं है in human body. Okay, then again this has to be covered by some structure. We will talk later. That will be the pelvic diaphragm. But at present I require this. So this is the perineal membrane. This is the perineal membrane. Any structure which has to come out has to pierce through this perineal membrane. So urethra is going to pierce out. Yes, vaginal opening is going to come pierce this. First to come out, then the penile structure has to pierce this membrane and come out. Okay, when these organs are coming out, they carry some coverings of what? They are going to carry some coverings because we know testes are where in the posterior abdominal wall. Okay, and when they are going to descend down through the abdominal cavity and come out and pierce the perineal membrane and come out, they are going to carry some covering along with us. Clear? बस अभी इतना समझ आ गया. तो ये pelvic inlet है, ये pelvic inlet है. Okay, and this is the pelvic cavity. In this pelvic viscera is lying, and anteriorly is the perineal membrane. Okay, and this perineal membrane का जो posterior border is free. In the center of the posterior border is the perineal body line. बाकी pelvic diaphragm and all perineum, superficial perineal pouches that will be taken care in the perineum. Now we start with this. You were told that first is the skin. Skin will be continuous above and below. Yes, beneath the skin is the superficial fascia. This superficial fascia is modified in two forms. That is the superficial fascia. If I do it a little bit, then this is the superficial fatty layer and deep membranous layer. Superficial fatty layer is again going to become continuous with these organs. This viscera which are going to come out, so superficial fascia or superficial fatty layer is going to become continuous with the scrotum. Superficial fascia of the scrotum in males, and is then again going to become continuous with the superficial fascia of the penis up to the colon. Okay? Then it becomes continuous with the superficial fascia. Clear? Okay. In females, it is going to become continuous with the rough deep membranous layer. This deep membranous layer again, it is going to lie in this. So any structure which is going to come from the posterior abdominal wall and come through this abdominal cavity and come to lie in this area will carry this deep membranous layer also. Okay, that deep membranous layer will be again present in the scrotum. This is the membranous layer. This blue thing is the membranous layer. This yellow is the fatty layer. Okay, then we can see here this fatty layer is continuous with the scrotum and the penis. Okay, clear? But in this scrotum, what happens? This fatty layer becomes replaced by some muscle that is called as the Darbo's muscle. So this superficial fatty layer becomes replaced by one muscle that is called as the Darbo's muscle. Okay, now coming to this membranous layer. This membranous layer is again coming onto the scrotum and becoming continuous with the deep fascia of the scrotum and deep fascia of the penis. And this deep fascia around the penis is called as the Cody's fascia. तुम लोग की क्लास मिस हो गई मुझे बताइए otherwise you would have been free in 10 to 11 times. Okay, now this is the deep membranous layer, and this deep membranous layer, you know, is going to become continuous with the deep fascia of the scrotum and deep fascia of the penis to the penile fluid. Clear? Clear? Yes? So ही रहे ऐसे ही कर रहे हो. Okay. Now we know about this. Okay, now actually then I'm not able to see these slides all you. I want to keep a track of all of you. Okay, now so we know about the superficial layer.
नहीं थोड़ा ऊपर रखो इसलिए आवाज कर
Okay, I'll try this ways. So now this will be supplied. Anterior abdominal wall will be having some nerve supply. Okay, cutaneous innervation, and will have some blood supply. We will talk of the nerve supply. A nerve supply in the midline will be supplied by anterior cutaneous branches from lower six thoracic nerves. Okay, and उसमें से जो lower 5 होंगी they will be intercostal nerves, branches from the intercostal nerves, और जो lower वाला होगा सबसे lower most fifth that will be subcostal. Okay, because T12 को हम specifically we call it as subcostal nerve, and बाकी are intercostal. This is also intercostal but we call it as subcostal nerve क्योंकि lower margin से जा रही है of the 12th. Then any other nerve? Iliohypogastric and ilioinguinal nerve. Iliohypogastric and ilioinguinal nerve, they are going to supply this area. Cutaneous innervation to this area. This is the iliohypogastric and this is the ilioinguinal. Ilioinguinal nerve is going to come in the perineum by passing through the inguinal canal. We'll discuss. It is going to come out through the superficial inguinal ring in this area. कैसे बनेगी? We'll discuss. So this is the innervation, cutaneous innervation, that is by the anterior cutaneous branches from T7 to T12. जिसमें कि T6 intercostal है सारी की सारी upper 6 and this is the lower one is the subcostal nerve. Clear? And then there is iliohypogastric and ilioinguinal. दोनों की root value क्या है? L1 है. And dermatomal distribution also. 3 dermatomal distribution is important. That this T7 segment is supplying the epigastrium. Okay. T7 segment, dermatomal segment is supplying around the area around the epigastrium. Area around the umbilicus is supplied by T10 thoracic segment. Okay, and then the area around this line where the anterior where a line passing through the imaginary line is drawn passing through 2 anterior superior iliac spines. ठीक है, ये वाला. So this will be supplied by what? This will be supplied by 12 and this will be supplied by L1. More specifically we talk of T10 and T7. T7 epigastrium क्योंकि epigastrium pain is most common, and then second is T10. Okay, that is around the umbilicus. Umbilicus is also again important because we talk of umbilical this caput medusae in case of portal hypertension. Okay, so that's why this dermatomal distribution again becomes important, and we can see that these dermatomes when we have drawn them horizontally. Okay, horizontally. Okay, and we also say जो lines of cleavage होती है, lines of cleavage you all know, which are present, they are fine lines which are present on the skin, can be appreciated when they are seen very minutely with the microscope. You can appreciate, or when you see very closely, you can appreciate these horizontal lines present in the abdomen. What is the significance of these line of cleavage? Yes. Okay, when the incision is given along this line, at the time of healing, scar is minimal. Okay, scar is minimal. Why? Because the collagen fibers are oriented in this direction only, the abdomen, and when these fibers are oriented in this direction and we are just approximating them, then what happens? The scar is not produced too much. Scar ज़्यादा नहीं होगा, so there will be good approximation. ठीक है? So that's why we say if incision or to be given, it has to be given parallel to these lines. Clear? Then muscles of the anterior abdominal wall. You all know सबसे बाहर there is an external oblique muscle. Okay, सबसे outside is external, then internal, then transversus abdominis, then rectus abdominis, cremaster and pyramidalis. If I ask you to enumerate the muscles of anterior abdominal wall, you should be naming all these. तो 3 तो oblique हो गई, कौन सी external, 2 oblique हो गई, external and the internal oblique, and then the transversus abdominis, then midline में बात की थी, rectus abdominis. अभी हमने cremaster की बात नहीं की है, cremaster we'll talk of, and then another muscle in the center is the pyramidalis. छोटी सी muscle है, we'll talk of that again. Now coming on to the external oblique. External oblique, ये सारा, these are the fibers of the external oblique. So how it is originating? This external oblique is originating from these areas. That is the outer surface of lower 8 ribs. Okay, it is going to take origin from the outer surface of the lower 8 ribs. Clear? Again it is going to originate from the some part from the lumbar fascia. Okay, so जब ऐसे originate कर रहा है from the outer surface of upper 8 ribs, the fibers will be directed downwards and forwards. Okay, these fibers are directed downwards and forwards. So it is taking origin from the outer surface of lower 8 ribs. It is also originating from the lumbar fascia. Okay, and it is also taking origin from the iliac crest. ये iliac crest है. This is the iliac crest on either side. This iliac crest is divided into ventral segment, ventral 2/3 segment, एंड डॉर्सल 1/3 सेगमेंट। जब तुम नीचे जाके आइलियड क्रेस्ट को अप्रिशिएट करोगे यू विल सी कि वेंट्रल जो सेगमेंट है, वेंट्रल 2/3 सेगमेंट जिसकी हम बात कर रहे हैं, इट इज गोइंग टू हैव एन आउटर लिप, इट विल हैव एन इनर लिप एंड हैव एन इंटरमीडिएट एरिया। लेकिन जो पोस्टीरियर 1/3 सेगमेंट की बात करेंगे दैट इज हैविंग आउटर स्लोपिंग एंड द इनर स्लोपिंग and बीच में crest like structure is present. Okay, so on that basis we have said this is the ventral 2/3 and this is the dorsal 1/3. Okay, external oblique takes origin from the outer lip of whole of these ventral segment. पूरा का पूरा इस ventral segment से take origin. Clear? Yes. So this is the external oblique. This ventral segment is again divided. ये जो ventral 2/3 segment है बताया है is again divided into anterior 2/3 and posterior 1/3. Okay, anterior 2/3 and posterior 1/3. So posterior 1/3 में से it is not going to originate, it is going to originate from anterior 2/3 of the ventral segment of iliac crest. ठीक है? Anterior 2/3 of the ventral segment of the iliac crest if you want to specifically tell us. Why? Because posterior में there is something else present. और दोनों के बीच में there is an area that is called as lumbar triangle of Pettit. Okay, that is the lumbar triangle of Pettit. So outer lip of iliac crest, anterior 2/3 of ventral segment. Clear? सबसे बाहर वाली मसल है तो सबसे बाहर से आएगी, बाहर is this outer lip of iliac crest. ठीक है, outer lip of iliac crest. वो जो outer lip of iliac crest है उसके ventral segment के anterior 2/3 से, उसके ventral segment के anterior 2/3 से this is going to originate. ठीक है? All these fibers, when they are going to originate from these ribs and this iliac crest, they are going to go in midline, downwards and forwards. In the midline, they are going to again originate some fibers from the xiphoid process, and then they are going to get inserted into linea alba. Linea alba क्या है? Is a midline where the fibers are going to interdigitate. Muscle fibers of the anterior abdominal wall are going to interdigitate. So it is going to get inserted into linea alba. It is again going to get inserted where? Onto the pubic symphysis. Okay, pubic symphysis. Okay, and then pubic symphysis, if you are going to go laterally, what is present? Pubic crest, pubic crest. Okay, so it will be attached to the pubic crest also. यहाँ पर I'll tell you pubic symphysis and pubic crest. Okay, so these muscle fibers, they are originating where? From all these areas. It is outer surface of lower 8 ribs, and it is going to originate यहाँ से from the iliac crest, outer lip of the iliac crest, at the level of linea semilunaris. Linea semilunaris क्या है? Is the line which is imaginary line which is going to separate the rectus abdominis from the other oblique muscles, other muscles of the abdomen, or you can say other lateral muscles of the abdomen. These muscle fibers become aponeurotic at the level of linea semilunaris. यही linea semilunaris है, ठीक है? At this point or along this line, these fleshy fibers, अभी तक तो fleshy fibers थे, these fleshy fibers are going to become tendinous and they are going to form a flattened tendon. सोना नहीं है बच्चे. यस यू तुम्हारे आगे 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 ये होता है ना बच्चे, तुम्हारे आगे. एक्सटर्नल ऑब्लिक का क्या क्या डिस्कस किया हमने? कहाँ से ओरिजिन करती है? प्लीज प्लीज प्लीज. Is she correct? ओरिजिन कहाँ से होगा बच्चे? एक्चुअली ओरिजिन इज आउटर बॉर्डर ऑफ रिब्स का आउटर बॉर्डर होता है आउटर सरफेस, देन आउटर सरफेस ऑफ, यहां से ओरिजिन है. सिर्फ यहीं से ओरिजिन है तो ये तो बहुत डिसकंटिन्यूस ओरिजिन हो जाएगा. सिर्फ यहीं से ओरिजिन है, यू आर सेइंग. बाकी ये कहां से आ रहा है? ये वाला सेगमेंट रह गया ना. व्हाई आई एम टेलिंग यू ऑल दीज थिंग्स. ये तो इलियक क्रेस्ट वाला ये है बच्चे, ये क्रेस्ट से ओरिजिन ये हो रहा है, ये वाला पार्ट रहेगा, ये भी कहीं से आना है ना. कहां से ओरिजिनेट करेगा? इसीलिए आई एम सेइंग रिपीटेडली सेइंग लंबर फेशिया, लंबर फेशिया. सम फाइबर्स आर गोइंग टू ओरिजिनेट फ्रॉम द लंबर फेशिया. हर एक वर्ड का इंपॉर्टेंस है. वो तभी समझ आएगा जब सुनने की कोशिश की जाएगी. ठीक है बच्चे, सिट डाउन. So now this is the origin and insertion कहाँ चला गया? These fibers are going to get inserted into the decoy process linea alba and then here linea alba के बाद it is going to get inserted यहाँ पर. That is the pubic symphysis. Pubic symphysis से laterally जब आएगा that will be area of pubic tubercle. सिर्फ pubic tubercle तक I am talking about. So and I told you these fleshy fibers are going to become aponeurotic at the level of the linea along the line of the linea semilunaris. They are going to become aponeurotic. इसीलिए देखो हमेशा when you are going to see the anterior abdominal wall, you are going to appreciate the fleshy fibers laterally and whitish structure in the center. Yes, why? Because they have to form some sheath here. That sheath has to cover this muscle, that is the rectus abdominis, and this rectus abdominis you can see is rarely visible. Why? Because it is being covered by the aponeurosis of these muscles. कैसे we'll discuss. So now we know that this external oblique is going to get inserted in this manner. Now अपर पता है, पोस्टीरियर एंड पता है, मिड लाइन में वी नो. नाउ एट द लोअर एंड वी हैव टॉक कि यहाँ तक एंटीरियर सुपीरियर इलियक स्पाइन तक इट हैज टेक ओरिजिन फ्रॉम द इलियक क्रेस्ट एंड इट हैज गॉट अटैच्ड टू द प्यूबिक ट्यूबरकल. एट द लोअर एंड व्हाट हैपन, दीज एपोन्यूरोटिक फाइबर्स, ये जो एपोन्यूरोटिक फाइबर्स थे यहाँ पर भी होंगे, फ्री होंगे. व्हाट हैपन, दीज लोअर एंड एट द लोअर एंड दीज एपोन्यूरोटिक फाइबर्स दे गेट फोल्डेड अपॉन इटसेल्फ. फोल्ड ऐसे नहीं होता है, फोल्ड इज नॉट ऑन द आउटसाइड, फोल्ड इज ऑन द इनसाइड. Okay, between the pubic tubercle and the anterior superior iliac spine, the lower aponeurotic fibers of the external oblique, or you can say the lower fibers of external oblique aponeurosis get folded upon itself. They are going to fold posteriorly, they are going to fold upon itself and to form a ligament that is called as the inguinal ligament. ठीक है, that is the inguinal ligament. Pubic tubercle in this aponeurosis there is a gap now. इसी aponeurosis के अंदर there is a gap and that is called as the superficial inguinal ring. Okay, that is a gap that is called as superficial inguinal ring. ऊपर का origin समझ में आ गया सबको external oblique का. You know where it is fleshy and where are these aponeurotic fibers present? Okay. At the lower end, it is going to get attached to the anterior superior iliac spine here and the pubic tubercle and fold upon itself. ये देखो अंदर इसका folding end दिख रहा है. Yes, this is the inguinal ligament. Then there is one gap present in this aponeurosis and that gap is called as the superficial inguinal ring. ठीक है, superficial inguinal ring. So superficial inguinal ring is present above and medial to the pubic tubercle. ये pubic tubercle है, it is going to be present above and medial to the pubic tubercle. Okay, so pubic tubercle you can locate, उसके above and medially there will be a gap that is called as the superficial inguinal ring. Clear? When I have shown you this diagram, you can appreciate this femoral artery and femoral vein coming down. Okay, beneath this gap, they are passing beneath this inguinal ligament. तभी जब you had seen in the lower limb, these femoral artery and femoral vein, we said always that they are going to come beneath the inguinal ligament. Beneath the inguinal ligament, over which fascia? Over fascia iliaca, very good. And anteriorly bounded by fascia transversalis. उस fascia transversalis को हम यहाँ पे trace करेंगे. Okay. Then, wait. We are going to trace that fascia transversalis. Okay. Now this gap in the external oblique aponeurosis we know. Okay, this is the gap. Why this gap is required? For us to pass, so that some structures can pass into perineum through the abdominal cavity. Which two structures? That is the spermatic cord in males and the round ligament of uterus in females. Okay, spermatic cord or round ligament of uterus in females. Clear? These structures, because they are developing कहाँ? Posterior abdominal wall में. Posterior abdominal wall में these structures are developing and now they are going to descend down. When they are descending down, they carry something else also along with them. We are going to discuss that. Processus vaginalis. अभी के लिए हम बोलेंगे spermatic cord and round ligament of uterus, they have to come out. They are going to come out through superficial inguinal ring. कहाँ पे located है superficial inguinal ring? Above and medial to the pubic tubercle. Very good. इसके साथ we have talked of this ilioinguinal nerve. Ilioinguinal nerve again कहाँ से आ रही है? Posterior abdominal wall से आ रही है, जहाँ पे lumbar plexus is present. Yes. And from that lumbar plexus, L1 segment से one nerve is coming, and that is the ilioinguinal nerve that is going to traverse पूरा inguinal canal. We'll discuss inguinal canal, but that is going to come out through the superficial inguinal ring. Okay. So if I ask you superficial inguinal ring, see which all two structures pass, you have to tell us this. Then this abhi I'll not stop. Okay, when these are these two cruras, अब ये जो crura है, there will be one medial crura. If this is superficial inguinal ring, there will be one crura, that is the medial crura, and that is the lateral crura. ये जो crura है कैसे बनेगा? Where this medial crura is present and where this lateral crura is present. If I ask you, tell me boundary of this superficial inguinal ring. You will say it is bounded on the lateral side by lateral crura of external oblique aponeurosis. Yes. Medial by medial crura of external aponeurosis. Superficially or towards the roof, it is rounded. Where these two fibers are uniting. Base कहाँ है? Base कहाँ है? हाँ, base कहाँ है? Base is over the pubic crest. Base is over the pubic crest. Why? Because these fibers are going to come like this. Okay, and I told you they are going to get attached here. यहाँ पर attachment होगा. ठीक है? And the inguinal ligament is here. You can console. Okay, inguinal ligament is this. And I told you, pubic symphysis पे these fibers, external oblique fibroneurons is going to get attached. Okay. Then this is going to stretch. This is going to stretch from this area to this area, so as to get attached to the pubic tubercle. These aponeurotic fibers are going to stretch from this area and then get attached to this pubic tubercle. उस pubic tubercle के बाद सब कुछ continuous है. तो ये जो gap है, this gap is the superficial inguinal ring. So if I ask you, ये base क्या है superficial inguinal ring का? Is this pubic crest? Okay, so we say superficial inguinal ring is bounded by medial and the lateral crura of external oblique aponeurosis. Base is resting on the pubic crest. इसके medially क्या होगा? Pubic symphysis. इसके laterally क्या होगा? Pubic tubercle. Okay, clear? जैसे pubic crest बोलोगे clear हो जाएगा. Clear that side also? Yes? Yes? Because this is required. When we are going to talk about the inguinal canal, this is important. This will again become important second. External oblique aponeurosis clear, superficial fascia is being removed here. We'll talk again to this. I've shown you pubic tubercle there. Okay, so I need not to show it here. Again, this is the superficial inguinal ring, a schematic diagram to show you this. अब यहाँ पर ये डायग्राम दिखाने का क्या मतलब है? To explain you this ligament that is called as the lacunar ligament. Lacunar ligament again is a modification of what? Of inguinal ligament. Again is a modification of inguinal ligament. So this was this. Yes, inguinal ligament. Then we said this is the superficial inguinal ring. Yes. Now यहाँ पर जो external oblique aponeurosis के fibers are attached on this, that is the pubic tubercle. They are going to stretch. They are going to get stretched and get attached to the superior ramus of the pubic arch or this pectineal line. यहाँ है tubercle. ये tubercle है. Yes, you can appreciate. This is the tubercle. यहाँ पे aponeurotic fibers of external oblique are attached. They are going to get stretched posteriorly so as to get attached onto the superior ramus of the pubic arch. ये pubic arch है, इसका ही superior ramus है जिसको हम pectineal line भी बोलते हैं. Pectineal line पर आ रहे हैं. So when these fibers are going to stretch like this, okay, they are going to form a C-shaped lacunar ligament. They are going to form. It is going to go like this and get attached onto the pectineal line. So they are going to form this, and this is called as the lacunar ligament. Okay, ये lacunar ligament जब ये stretching हुआ है, it is going posteriorly. It will have a lateral free margin. Yes. So this is the free margin. This is the lateral free margin of the lacunar ligament. Clear? Lacunar ligament clear हो गया. यहाँ पे lacunar ligament है. You understand? This is the superficial inguinal ring. There is one more ligament. That is the reflected part of the inguinal ligament. This is the reflected part of the inguinal ligament. यही inguinal ligament से. This is again the inguinal ligament. Some fibers get extended from this pubic tubercle again and get inserted onto the linea alba in midline. Some fibers get extended from this area and get inserted onto the linea alba in the midline. Get inserted onto the linea alba in the midline. So this is the reflected part of the inguinal ligament. Why so many ligaments are present? So as to strengthen. this ring. Because any potential gap is capable of producing hernia whenever we strangulate, and we strangulate n number of times by coughing, sneezing, defecation. Every time we are strangulating, okay, while doing exercises also. So these areas, they become potential sites for herniation, but this is required so that because these structures have to pass through it. So what has happened, there is a gap, but there are other additional modifications around so as to support this gap, so that this does not become so common. The herniation through these sites does not become so common. Clear? Yes? So if I ask you the modifications of the inguinal ligament, one. Second? Very good. Then pectineal ligament I have not told you. Pectineal ligament क्या है? Pectineal ligament वही. Small again extension इसका posterior extension on the pectineal line. Basically what happened, ये जो external oblique aponeurosis है यहाँ पे modify हुआ lateral ligament के तरह, इसका थोड़ा सा extension go posteriorly and blends with the periosteum of the pectineal line. जो pectineal line का periosteum है ना, उसी के साथ blend हो जाता है, तो थोड़ी सी thickening हो जाती है. उस thickening को we call it as pectineal ligament. ठीक है? तो now you know what is pectineal ligament. What now you know reflected part of the inguinal ligament. Now you know the lacunar ligament. There are three modifications of the inguinal ligament. Yes? Very good. Then, the direction of fibers of external oblique muscle? Like you are putting your hands in your pockets. That is the downwards and forwards. Downwards and forwards. जब ये direction याद रखोगे तो you will be able to locate the origin also. Origin कहाँ से आ रहा है? It is going to come from the ribs. It is going to come from the back. It is going to come from the iliac crest and get inserted into the midline. मिडलाइन में जो भी सारी चीजें हैं, लीनिया, अल्बा, ज़िगॉइड प्रोसेस, प्यूबिक सिम्फाइसिस, उसके बाद यदि लोअर एंड पे थोड़ी थोड़ी मॉडिफिकेशंस है, ठीक है, एंड देयर इज अ गैप, सुपरफिशियल इंगुइनल रिंग. क्लियर? अब इसके एग्जैक्टली ऑपोजिट आर द फाइबर्स ऑफ इंटरनल ऑब्लिक. तो डायरेक्शन ऑफ इंटरनल ऑब्लिक के फाइबर्स क्या होंगे? दैट बी बैकवर्ड एंड अपवर्ड. बैकवर्ड्स एंड अपवर्ड. So they are going to be directed like this. So this is the internal oblique. अब internal oblique का origin कहाँ से होगा? अब backwards and upwards. ठीक है? तो lower side से it is going to take origin. कहाँ से? Obviously from the lumbar fascia. Back से आना है lumbar fascia. It is going to take origin from the lower three ribs and their costal cartilages. Lower three. ठीक है? Lower three ribs and their costal cartilages it is going to take origin from, and it is again going to take origin from what? Iliac crest. Iliac crest में कहाँ से? Intermediate segment. ठीक है? Intermediate segment. Actually different book says different things. Some book says कि पूरा जो ventral segment है ना, उसका whole of the intermediate area से internal oblique originates. Some book says उसका anterior 2/3 से. But I think we should follow that it is going to take origin from the whole of the ventral segment का intermediate area. Yes? Intermediate area पूरा ventral segment. Ventral segment, you when I say ventral segment of iliac crest, you understand? Yes. Okay. And then it is going to take origin. यहाँ पे भी कुछ origin हो रहा है. ये क्या है? ये वाला. Inguinal ligament. Okay, inguinal ligament. This is going to take origin from the lateral 2/3 of the inguinal ligament. ऐसे fold हुआ था, उस fold के lateral 2/3 से it is going to take origin. Okay, अब okay, I'll go to that later. And it is going to get inserted again into the midline. So again, these fibers are going to be directed upwards and backwards, and to insert onto the xiphoid process, linea alba, and the pubic symphysis. Okay, and again we know at the level of the linea semilunaris, these fibers are going to become aponeurotic. Fleshy fibers सिर्फ lateral side में रहेंगे. Clear? Yes? Yes? Can anyone of you repeat the internal oblique का origin? Fast, anyone?
Ventral 2/3 of the intermediate segment of the iliac crest.
Ventral 2/3 of the intermediate segment of iliac crest. यही चलो ठीक है, ओके, आई कैसे whole of the intermediate segment, ठीक है, whole of the intermediate area of the ventral segment. चलो ठीक है, और वेरी गुड.
Inguinal ligament
Yes, inguinal ligament के which part? Lateral 2/3 of the inguinal. Yes, then इसको देखिए बताना. इसलिए कि डायग्राम ये fleshy fibers है, ये origin है. These fibers are going to originate like this and get inserted onto the midline.
Thoracolumbar fascia.
Very good.
The one we have.
Okay. Ribs and the costal cartilages, and then it is going to get inserted there. ठीक है, चलो. अब उसके बाद we are going to come to the my mistake में transfer. I had to show you this thing. ये fibers ऊपर है ना, direction different है ना. I had to, इसमें horizontal है. ठीक है, इसमें horizontal है. ये transversus abdominis है. This is transversus abdominis. Transversus abdominis का origin, and generally these nerves what happen? We have talked about the cutaneous innervation. These nerves will be formed where? In the from the lumbar plexus. They have to pierce these. Yes. ठीक है. So what they do? They pierce the epineuroses of these muscles and then come on to the anterior side first to supply the anterior abdominal wall. These nerves generally lie between two layers, that is the internal oblique and transversus abdominis का epineurose. और difficult होता है इनका epineuroses separate करना. When you are going to go to dissection तो मैं लगेगा कि मैं तीनों epineuroses को separate करके ऐसे ही no will not be able to. They are appreciated as a combined. Okay. But in living individuals, you can see that they are lying between internal oblique and transversus abdominis. Okay. Okay. अब transversus abdominis का origin from this. ये तो you can make out. Yes, you. Yes, transversus abdominis. If you tell me, then only I will be able to correct you, or you will remember this. Otherwise, मैं बोल के चले जाऊंगी. Yes. देखो, ये fleshy fibers हो गया है, I'll be telling you. तो ये क्या है? It is going to originate from what? Lumbar fascia. Okay, it is going to originate from lumbar fascia. ये सारे muscle fibers are going to originate from costal cartilages. कितने? Lower 6 costal cartilages. Okay, तो originate from the lower 6 costal. ज़्यादा है ना? उसमें तो बस यहीं तक आ रहा था, यहीं से originate कर रहा था. Okay, so lower 6 costal cartilages. Then iliac crest. Yes, अंदर है तो कहाँ से होगा? Inner lip. तीन ही तो areas है iliac crest के ऊपर. So it is going to take origin from the inner lip. Inner lip, anterior two-third. ठीक है? Anterior two-third of the ventral segment of the inner lip of the iliac crest. उसके बाद कितना लगा है? Lateral one-third. ये lateral two-third था? Yes, ये internal oblique का है और सिर्फ इतना होगा that is the lateral one-third of the inguinal ligament. ठीक है? Again, at the level of linear semilunaris, it is going to become flat epineuroses, and these fibers are going to be directed horizontally and get inserted onto the xiphoid process, linea alba, pubic symphysis. Clear? Yes. Deep to this. Sit down. Conjoint tendon. Deep to this क्या होगा? Internal, external oblique, transversus abdominis. Then there is fascia transversalis. Okay, and fascia transversalis is also having one gap that is called as deep inguinal ring. ठीक है, fascia transversalis के भी अंदर एक gap है that is called as deep inguinal ring. और वो जो deep inguinal ring है, where it will be present? It will be present exactly above the mid inguinal point. Okay, mid inguinal point. Mid inguinal point कैसे बनेगा? Pubic symphysis and ASIS का mid point. Okay, so 3 to 4 centimeters above that mid inguinal point, there is a defect in the fascia transversalis. That is the deep inguinal ring. ठीक है? Okay. Again, we are going to talk of this conjoint tendon. Conjoint tendon is formed by the union of internal oblique and transversus abdominis के fibers. Internal oblique and transversus abdominis के fibers, they are going to unite and they are going to form the conjoint tendon. This is internal oblique. I told कि external oblique में तो यहाँ पर इस level पे defect था, यहाँ पर superficial inguinal ring इसी level पे था. Yes, if this is a tubercle, this is symphysis, यहाँ पर gap होना चाहिए. Yes, superficial inguinal ring. Okay. उसके ऊपर when these fibers are going to come, and we said कि these fibers of internal oblique are going to originate from the lateral two-third of the inguinal ligament. ये वाला area क्या है? यहाँ पर तो कुछ भी नहीं है. Because the internal oblique के जो fibers है, they are going to arch over this gap in the superficial inguinal ring. क्योंकि superficial inguinal ring को posteriorly they cannot cross ना. There has to be some space that has to be connected to the gap in the fascia transversalis. एक canal जैसा बनेगा. ठीक है, तो ये जो इंटरनल ऑब्लिक के फाइबर्स ने यहाँ से ओरिजिनेट किया, दैट इज द लैटरल 2/3 ऑफ द इंग्वानल लिगामेंट, एंड उसके बाद they had not taken any origin. Why? Because these lower fibers, lower aponeurotic fibers of internal oblique, they are going to arch over the superficial inguinal ring and get inserted into the pubic symphysis. Arch करके pubic symphysis पे insert हो जाते हैं, ठीक है. ऐसे ही transverse abdominis. Transverse abdominis का what happen? Lateral 1/3 से originate करेंगे and then they are going to arch. They form the arching fibers. हम ये arching इसका, अच्छा ये arching यहाँ पर तो थोड़ा और laterally है, यहाँ पे थोड़ा मीडियली है. ऐसा क्यों? ऐसा क्यों? बिकॉज दिस इज एन ऑब्लिक कैनाल. ये कैनाल ऑब्लिक है, ऐसे आ रहा है, ठीक है. सो व्हेन दिस कैनाल इज कमिंग फ्रॉम द लैटरल साइड टू द मीडियल साइड, दैट इज फ्रॉम द डीप इंग्वानल रिंग व्हिच इज लोकेटेड स्लाइटली लैटरली टू द सुपरफिशियल इंग्वानल रिंग व्हिच इज प्रेजेंट मीडियली, तो वी कैन से ये वाले फाइबर्स थोड़ा सा और मीडियल आ सकते हैं, फ्लैशी फाइबर्स, एज कंपेयर टू द डीपर वंस, बिकॉज दे हैव टू क्रिएट अ स्पेस. यस यस, कितना यस? सिर्फ एक ही यस है या और भी है? किसको समझ नहीं आया? एक्सटर्नल ऑब्लिक एपोन्यूरोसिस. लेट मी सी, आई हैव अनदर डायग्राम इन दिस. एक्सटर्नल ऑब्लिक एपोन्यूरोसिस folded upon itself to form the inguinal ligament. Yes. उसके बाद these fibers got stretched in this area so as to form the superficial inguinal ring. This is the superficial inguinal ring, ठीक है. Okay. Now ये superficial inguinal ring है. उसके बाद internal oblique fibers are going to originate. अभी मैं cremasteric की तो बात ही नहीं कर रही. I'll talk of cremasteric muscle in the inguinal ligament, inguinal canal. अब internal oblique आ गया. Internal oblique means they are going to originate from lateral 2/3. ठीक है. ओरिजिनेट करके अब ये वाले फाइबर्स का जो लोअर एंड है, यहाँ पे भी तो फाइबर्स होंगे, इंटरनल ऑब्लिक का एपोन्यूरोसिस होगा, बट दैट इज फ्री ना. You make one element like this. So this is the one element. These fibers got stretched and they are forming superficial inguinal ring like this. Then, curve ऐसे होगा because we said इन लोगों को नहीं बताया कि curve inside होगा, बाहर की तरफ curve नहीं होगा. Okay. Now, what is happening? This is the internal oblique. This is internal oblique taking origin from this area. And now this internal oblique, this hand has to go to the pubic symphysis for insertion, which is going to go like this. And then arch and then get inserted onto the pubic symphysis. So ये space रह गया, yes. उसके बाद transversus abdominis. Transversus abdominis इतना अगर 2/3 से originate करता, तो हम लोगों को ये obliquity of the canal we would have not been able to maintain. So थोड़ा सा और lateral origin हुआ. Now what has happened? This free end has to again go to pubic symphysis and get inserted. So what will happen? This is going to go like this and get over the canal and get inserted onto the pubic symphysis. तो ये जो canal है, इसका roof is being formed by internal oblique and the transversus abdominis. But ये canal जैसा तुम्हें downstairs appreciate नहीं होगा, because these all are lying very close to each other, because there cannot be so much space there. Okay, but this is जो orientation है, this is in this way only. Internal oblique, transversus abdominis forming the roof. Okay, and external oblique with there is a defect. Here, what we said internal oblique का eponeurosis got inserted here, transversus abdominis का eponeurosis got inserted here. So when it is going and getting inserted over the pubic tubercle, what is happening? Internal oblique and transversus abdominis के aponeurotic fibers they are going to unite with each other and become thick. Become thick. कौन से एरिया में become thick? इस एरिया में become thick. इस एरिया में. Why? Just behind the gap. Just behind the superficial inguinal ring. Because this is a potential space for hernia. This has to be protected from posterior side. So what is happening? In dono ka eponeurosis is becoming thicker in this area and get attached here. And this is called as the conjoint case. In this way, the superficial inguinal ring is indirectly having a protection from the posterior side without hampering the structures which are traversing through this inguinal canal and going to come up like this. Okay? Clear? उन लोगों को दिखा? नहीं दिखा, वेरी गुड. अब बताओगे भी नहीं जब तक पूछा नहीं जाएगा, है ना? तो ये मेरे काम This is enfolding. Aponeurosis came like this. Aponeurosis came like this and got folded on itself. ठीक है? तो ऐसे अटैच हो गया. उसके बाद we said these aponeurotic fibers of external oblique got stretched and there was a gap and got inserted on the pubic symphysis. तो यहाँ पे gap बन गया. That was superficial inguinal ring. तो यहाँ पे हमारी superficial inguinal ring इसकी बन गया. अब next to it is internal oblique. Internal oblique fibers, fleshy fibers to origin from lateral to third. This end is free now. Yes, this end is free. These fibers, these are aponeurotic fibers now. Okay, these aponeurotic fibers are going to stretch and get inserted on the pubic symphysis. Yes. So when they are going like this, they are arching over something, some structure. So they are arching over the inguinal canal. Yeah. फिर इनकी arching की वजह से there is a space created, that is the inguinal canal. Then next to it is the transversus abdominis. Again, these fibers are going to originate from this place, and then this is free end. These aponeurotic fibers are going to stretch and get inserted where? On the pubic symphysis. Again, they are forming the roof of this inguinal canal. So we say roof of inguinal canal will be formed by internal oblique and transversus abdominis. If I ask you exactly, medial roof is formed and lateral roof is formed by which structure? You will tell me medial roof will be formed by internal oblique and lateral part of the roof will be formed by the transversus abdominis. Clear हो गया, इसको रट्टा मारने की जरूरत ही नहीं. अब now what has happened over this area, that is over the pubic crest, the aponeurotic fibers of internal oblique and transversus abdominis, they become thick. क्यों? Because यहाँ पे superficial inguinal ring है. So posteriorly these two fibers, internal oblique and transversus abdominis, they become thick and support this ring from behind. And that is called as the conjoint tendon or pars inguinalis. समझ आया conjoint tendon का concept? ठीक है? तो conjoint tendon is there, which is going to protect the superficial inguinal ring from behind. I had broken this, no, na? Okay, so now you understand the conjoint tendon, and we have n number of ligaments around this area which are protecting. That is the reflected part of the inguinal ligament, pectineal ligament, okay, lacunar ligament, just to protect this area. Clear? Rectus abdominis. Then we'll come to rectus abdominis. Fascia transversalis का gap. Okay. एक चीज और. Fascia transversalis में there will be gap in this area deep to transversus abdominis. We have talked about the transversus abdominis. Deep to transversus abdominis, fascia transversalis में एक gap, that is the deep inguinal ring. That deep inguinal, superficial inguinal ring को protect करने के लिए conjoint tendon है, बहुत सारे ligaments. Superficial, deep ring को protect करने के लिए क्या है हमारे पास? बताओ क्या है? Mid inguinal point पर there will be this defect in the fascia transversalis, and internal oblique aponeurotic fibers, they are going to get origin from the lateral to third. So will they be protected? Will this ring will be protected anteriorly by the fleshy fibers of internal oblique? Yes or no? And some part in the lateral side by the transversus abdominis. So this ring is protected anteriorly by what? Internal oblique and transversus abdominis. That is why what is happening, these internal oblique and transversus abdominis fibers, they are taking origin from the reflected part of the inguinal ligament or reflected part of the external oblique aponeurosis. ठीक है? Why? Because then this space again is protected. So any space if it is being created physiologically present, it has to be protected. So it is being protected in this case by these two muscles which are present anteriorly. Okay. Coming on to the rectus abdominis. Rectus abdominis has two heads, and we have already discussed that this muscle is present in segments. This muscle is present in certain segments, and these, in between these fleshy fibers, there are these tendinous intersections present. That's why those who are doing exercises, making their abs, what they are doing, they are working on these muscle fibers. So these muscle fibers bulge out, And these tendinous intersections, obviously they are not going to bulge out, so they remain at place, and one can easily make out these as abs. Okay. So okay. Now origin कहाँ से होगा? Origin, this is a midline muscle which will be present in between this linea semilunaris and this linea alba. Linea semilunaris का origin insertion कहाँ से होगा? If I ask you to do surface marking, yes, yes. Linea semilunaris का origin and insertion होती कहाँ है? Please, no talking, nothing. Yes, lateral muscles, lateral anterior abdominal wall muscle and medial abdominal wall muscle के बीच में there is a space visible, okay, superficially visible, that is called as linea semilunaris. But in obese, we will not be able to make out. Then we should have some certain landmarks, surface landmarks. So can you tell me those surface landmarks? It's a difficult thing. Transverse fascia नहीं बचे. Laterally क्या है? Tip of 9 costal cartilage. देखो ना, ये लाइन को यहीं से ट्रेस करना है बच्चे. इसीलिए ना स्केलेटन को अच्छे से मेमोराइज करें. ठीक है? तो it is going to be traced from the tip of the 9 costal cartilage to this. What is this? ये क्या है? Pubic tubercle. Okay. This is the linea semilunaris. Sit. Okay. Origin is going to be from this place. क्या होगा यहाँ पे? Pubic tubercle की midline में, pubic tubercle के medially, pubic symphysis, body of pubic symphysis. So it is going to take origin from the anterior surface of the body of pubic symphysis. One head, that is superficial head. Deep head is going to take origin from the pubic crest. Pubic symphysis का anterior surface, body of pubic symphysis का anterior surface. One head, second head from the pubic crest. These two heads are going to go above and get inserted onto what? Costal cartilage and the xiphoid process. Okay, it is going to get inserted onto the lower 6 costal cartilages and their ribs and the xiphoid process. So ये linea, ये हो गया rectus abdominis, yes. And this is again important. That rectus abdominis due to tendinous intersections है, they are generally seen at the level of xiphoid process. ठीक है? At the level of umbilicus and halfway between the xiphoid process and the umbilicus. तो ये tendinous intersections इन्हीं पर होते हैं. अगर कहीं abnormally दिख रहा है, तो that is some abnormality. Okay, थोड़ा ऊपर नीचे होगा, obviously not exactly at the level of umbilicus, but हाँ, around. Okay. Now, rectus abdominis clear हो गया? Yes, but when we see anterior abdominal wall in the picture, we are not able to see that muscle. We are only able to see few fleshy fibers coming from the lateral side. That is the external oblique. Okay, why this is not seen? Because this muscle is being covered by rectus sheath. That rectus sheath is being formed by external oblique, internal oblique, transversus abdominis का aponeurosis. Why? Okay. उसके पीछे will be the fascia transversalis. So, fascia transversalis, you know that it is going to lie in the. कोई भी इसको पढ़ दो खड़े होकर. Any one of you stand up. Any one of you, if I give you answer sheets and ask question papers for the profs and ask any one of you stand up and pick up. All of you will stand ना. तो इसके लिए भी please कर ही लो. Voluntary stand up. Why should I always have to call the roll numbers? आ जाओ कोई भी. इसको ये तो शुरुआत तो डन ना. No, okay. I can make out few faces. मतलब मैं बहुत कम तुम लोगों की classes लेती हूँ, but I can make out the faces who want to study. तो अगर मतलब कुछ extra class लेनी है, I can pick out those people, those students. कि हाँ, you all can come. The class will become interesting. If you all will be absent, class will not be interesting. तो बच्चे, everyone has to show the interest. चलो बच्चे.
Fascia transversalis lines the inner surface of transversus muscle and forms endo-abdominal fascia, continuous with other fascia, attached to inner lip of iliac crest, post margin of inguinal ligament, pecten pubis, pubic crest, behind conjoint tendon. Presents an oval gap 1.25 cm above mid-inguinal point, deep inguinal ring.
नहीं समझ आया?
Last
डीप इंग्वानल रिंग.
one, that in which context? Mid-inguinal point.
ओके, एक्चुअली दे आर टॉकिंग ऑफ फेशिया ट्रांसवर्सालिस ना. फेशिया ट्रांसवर्सालिस कहाँ से आया? तो दे आर सेइंग कि जो ट्रांसवर्सस मसल है उसके ऊपर का फेशिया, दैट इज फेशिया ट्रांसवर्सालिस, एंड दैट फेशिया ट्रांसवर्सालिस इज गोइंग टू प्रेजेंट अ गैप ओवर द डीप इंग्वानल रिंग 1.25 to 2 centimeters above. Some books says 3 centimeters also, 2 to 4 centimeters also. क्या दिया हुआ है निशांत सिंह में? 2 to 4 centimeters दिया हुआ है. ग्रेज में 3 centimeters दिया हुआ है. ठीक है, 1.25 inches and they have given approximately 3 centimeters. ठीक है, so we'll follow that. Okay, so this is going to, अब सबसे इनर है, सबसे इनर है. Okay, so where it is going to get attached? Obviously onto the innermost lip of the iliac crest. Yes, along with what muscle? Transversus abdominis. Then it is going to get attached to the posterior margin of the inguinal ligament, and then pecten pubis, everyone knows. Pecten pubis, pubic crest, and behind the conjoint ligament. Obviously, when we say pubic crest, pecten pubis, pubic crest, it becomes the area of the conjoint tendon only. Clear? So this is the fascia transversalis. Now we'll talk of the rectus sheath. Rectus sheath हमने बात कर ली है. We are going to say that this is present. It is divided. This is different at different levels. Okay, above the costal margin. Rectus sheath above the costal margin, it is different. यहाँ पर भी rectus muscle है. Yes, between the costal margin and the line passing through the anterior superior iliac spines. Okay, line at the level of anterior superior iliac spines. यहाँ पर rectus sheath is different. Formation of rectus sheath is different. Below this, formation of rectus sheath is different. Okay. Okay. Above this, above the costal margins. Okay, above the costal margin, if I say costal margin is lowest point of the thoracic case, उसके ऊपर anterior wall of the rectus sheath is formed by the external oblique aponeurosis. Okay. It is formed by the external oblique का aponeurosis. This is the external oblique. ये external oblique का aponeurosis forming the anterior sheath. This is internal oblique. This is transversus abdominis. This is transversalis fascia, and this is parietal peritoneum. They are all lying posterior. Yes, above the costal artery. ठीक है? Okay. And there we leave this. Okay, we leave this. And then in between the costal margin and the line joining the two anterior superior iliac spines, what happened? Internal oblique aponeurosis splits into two. Okay, it is going to यहाँ पर और थोड़ा सा confusion है. Wait, let me go to this. First this. Okay. Now external. This is superficial fascia. Skin, superficial fascia. Then pectoralis major. We are not concerned with this. We should be knowing that this is the rectus muscle. Okay, this is the rectus muscle. This brown color, and the aponeurosis of the external oblique is forming the anterior wall. So anteriorly rectus sheath is formed by the aponeurosis of external oblique. इसके immediate posterior is present what? Is these costal cartilages. ठीक है? जो they were saying ना, वो उसके नीचे आएगा. Fascia transversalis and everything. Why? Because this muscle is going to get attached to the ribs. Okay, so now aponeurosis is present superficially and it is resting on what? It is resting on the 5th, 6th and 7th costal cartilages. Posteriorly. Costal margin के ऊपर की बात करें. ठीक है, costal margin के ऊपर, तो posteriorly rectus sheath में क्या होगा? Costal cartilages होंगे, जो भी concentrics हैं. Concentrics क्या है? 5th, 6th, 7th. और anterior wall किससे बनेगी? External oblique के aponeurosis. In the area between, okay, that is the costal margin and the line joining the anterior superior iliac spine, internal oblique aponeurosis is going to split into two. So anterior wall will be formed by the external oblique aponeurosis and the anterior layer of the internal oblique aponeurosis. I am hindering your view, yes? अच्छा, ये थोड़ा सा कम देखने पड़ेगा. Okay, now posterior lamina of the internal oblique aponeurosis is going to go posteriorly. And the transversus abdominis का aponeurosis is going to be like posteriorly. अब यहाँ पर we will not say about the costal cartilages. We'll directly go into what? We'll directly go into the fascia transversalis. ठीक है, वहाँ पर क्या था? वहाँ पर we have talked about the muscle, that is the rectus muscle, क्योंकि rectus muscle ही directly 5th, 6th, 7th costal cartilages के ऊपर जा रही थी insert होने के लिए, pubic symphysis से origin किया and then had gone to the costal cartilage. बस वहां पर क्या था, जो एक्सटर्नल ऑब्लिक का एपोन्यूरोसिस है दैट हैज गॉन एंटीरियरली टू फॉर्म दैट रेक्टस शीथ. उसके एंड इसकी से बीनीथ दैट विल बी द कॉस्टल कार्टिलेजेस, and uske beneath if we are going to talk of after the intercostal muscles we are going to talk of the internal oblique and transversus abdominis. But that internal oblique and transversus abdominis का जो एपोन्यूरोसिस है इस लेवल तक पहुंचता ही नहीं है, वहां तक पहुंचता ही नहीं है. इसीलिए व्हाट दे से दे डू नॉट लेबल इट. ठीक है, तुम्हें लगेगा यहाँ तो लेबल किया ही नहीं है, तो इसीलिए दे हैड नॉट लेबल्ड इट. आई थॉट इसमें एक्सप्लेनेशन करना इजी रहेगा. इसमें क्या है, we have the aponeurosis of internal oblique and the transversus abdominis, and we say rectus sheath is anteriorly formed by the external oblique aponeurosis and anterior lamina of the internal oblique aponeurosis anteriorly, and posteriorly it is formed by the posterior lamina of the internal oblique aponeurosis and the aponeurosis of transversus abdominis. उसके बाद वो सारी लेयर्स जो हमने एब्डोमेन की याद की हैं, फेशिया ट्रांसवर्सालिस है, एक्स्ट्रा पेरिटोनियल टिश्यू है, एंड देन दी पैराइटल पेरिटोनियम. ओके. Then, below the line joining these two anterior superior iliac spines, what happened? The aponeurosis of all these three muscles form the anterior boundary of the or anterior wall of the rectus sheath. जब ये तीनों की तीनों muscles का aponeurosis coming anteriorly, so there will be no muscle. There will be सीधा fascia. Okay. When you are going to cut, Sonia, when you are going to cut the anterior abdominal wall downstairs, show them this arcuate line. बहुत अच्छे से दिखता है कि सारी muscles have gone anterior to the rectus sheath. So when you are going to remove the anterior abdominal wall, you can appreciate this defect or this gap. Okay, this gap, and you can directly see यहाँ पे एक fascia पड़ा हुआ है और सारी muscles have gone anteriorly. This can be appreciated. अब सारी चीजें आगे जा रही हैं, पीछे की तरफ एक gap होगा, and that will be demarcated by a line, and that line is called as arcuate line. ये muscles ऐसे सारी की सारी तीन muscles हैं, they are like this. Now what has happened? They have all gone anteriorly. तो क्या होगा यहाँ के बाद? You can appreciate some gap posteriorly. Yes, on the fascia that gap will be visible. बहुत अच्छे से दिखेगा. That is called as the arcuate line. Clear? So now the rectus sheath formation is different in different areas of the abdominal wall, and you should be able to tell us this thing. ठीक है? Correlate कर लोगे? Why costal cartilages are different above the costal margin in the rectus sheath? And why not below it? Yes? Yes? Oh.